Hello everyone, today we'll have a look at the life of a worker ant. I hope you enjoy the movie. Please subscribe and press the bell button. One of the most prevalent insects on the earth are ants. Although ants are little, they make up for it in numbers, with the entire ant population estimated to be 1 quadrillion on average. This implies that one bug out of every 1,000 is an ant. The queen is the colony's heart, yet the colony's workers is also amazing. Carpenter ants that build their nests in dead or infected wood significantly accelerate the decomposition process of timber. After the ants leave, fungi and bacteria grow in the galleries and break down the lignin and cellulose of large surfaces. Ants help keep the environment clean by decomposing by feeding on organic waste insects, dead animals, and other insects. In their native habitat, ants feed numerous invertebrates, including woodpeckers and other insectivorous insects, by eating other insects and their eggs. Ants excavate galleries and tunnels as frontline workers. Like many other ant species, carpenter ants are productive workers and aid in aerating the soil by bringing stones and other objects to the surface. The ability to cooperate together is crucial to an ant's survival. Every ant has a job and is necessary. Although the work they do individually may be small and seem insignificant, collectively, ants have a huge workforce that enables them to get things done. Different ants in the colony are specialists in their respective fields. Ants work in groups to perform a variety of activities, including transporting heavy objects, finding food, and building their nests inside the colony. When ants search for food, they leave behind traces of pheromones to direct other ants to the food using the quickest path possible. As more ants follow the trail, more pheromones are left on the track, making it simpler for new ants to know how to get to food sources. The majority of ants can carry 50 times their own weight, which is an incredible achievement and a well-known statistic. When ants decide to cooperate, they are even stronger than they are alone. Because of the large numbers that ants travel in when farming and hunting, they can achieve much more than a single organism and in fact almost form one whole organism themselves. They are able to overcome bigger prey which lone ants would not be able to fend off. They are even able to wage war. This is why you see tiny ants carrying large pieces of food to bring back to the colony. Ants cooperate with one another because they can accomplish more when they work together. Ants rely on each other to identify food sources and use their specialized skills to benefit the colony as a whole. Ants cooperate and utilize their combined power to move objects and form a team to protect their nests from common attackers because they understand that doing so would provide greater outcomes than doing it alone. The queen ant does play a crucial role in the colony and continuously lays eggs. For most species of ants, there is only one or a small number of reproductive queens. The queen is in charge of ensuring the colony's survival, and she does this by continuously laying eggs. In many cases, when the queen dies, the colony perishes. Male ants, whose only purpose is to reproduce with the queen, die shortly after mating with her because they only exist to mat. The worker ants can be divided into outside workers and inside workers. The inside worker ants spend the day feeding and cleaning the queen, keeping the nest warm, maintaining tunnels, storing any food brought in by outside ants, and keeping the nest safe from predators. The outside ants are concerned with finding food for the colony. This includes hunting and looking for animals to bring back to the nest. In addition to finding food such as nuts and seeds, they also hunt for food such as insects to bring into the colony. Ants use sophisticated pheromones to communicate, and not only do different ant species use different pheromones, but also individual colonies of the same species also use different pheromones. Although lost or new queens occasionally attempt to join established colonies, they will often be rejected by the colony. In some cases, the ants may adopt the lone queen if the conditions are right. They have extremely sophisticated and successful pheromone communication abilities. Ants get information about their environment by emitting odors that other ants can detect using their extended antennae. Many insects, including ants, will take their deceased away, This behavior is most frequently observed in social insects. The process is known as necrophoresis, and it occurs when an ant dies and releases a particular pheromone that alerts other workers that the dead ant needs to be removed from the nest area. Live ants will pick up the dead ants and carry them away for sanitary and health reasons, because if dead ants are left too close to the nest or even inside the nest, it may become infected with microorganisms that can wipe out the ant colony. The ants, although they cannot be compared to mammals or humans in terms of intelligence due to the differences in how they behave, insects are intelligent in their own ways. However, given what is known about ants, it is reasonable to conclude that this is the case. Ants are highly intelligent due to their ability to work in colonies. They cooperate, share work, and provide assistance. They also know how to act to get the most benefit for the colony, and are even able to regulate and maintain the colony's health. Worker ants are all female, and this sisterhood is responsible for the peaceful operation of the colony and as intended. The key factor influencing a female ant's decision to become a worker or queen is nutrition, not heredity. In contrast to humans, which have X and Y chromosomes, any female ant larva can become a queen given a protein-rich diet. The other larvae receive less protein, causing them to grow into workers. The amount of genomic copies an ant has determines its sex. Since male ants are born from unfertilized eggs, they do not inherit a father's DNA. As a result, they cannot produce sons. However, they can have grandfathers and grandchildren. Male ants function like flying sperm. Only having one genome copy means every one of their sperm is genetically identical to themselves, and their job is over, quickly dying soon after mating. Although their sperm lives on perhaps for years, essentially their only job is to reproduce, which is another evolution that ants have developed. Slavery is another evolution that ants have developed. A super colony is an extreme example of this. These colonies are typically the result of multiple queens of the same species founding a nest together after nuptial flights. This greatly speeds up the colony's founding stages. Once the multi-queen colony is established with a few hundred workers, the workers will bud off into groups and build new nests nearby. As a result, super colonies with millions of ants can be found. While some ants are regarded as pests, others serve as biological control agents. Ants play a significant part in ecosystems all over the world. Ants spread seeds, which helps ecosystems. When you see an ant, don't immediately think to kill her. Instead, take a moment to appreciate how fascinating she is. Ants may not appear to be very orderly when they are swarming across the ground, but their social structure is undoubtedly very well organized. The amazing world of ants is endless, and its evolution is flawless, and we can all learn something from how they live. The majority of my colonies are now hibernating and doing well. You can see how my colonies are doing that recently moved into nests from test tube setups in my next video if you like these videos. As you may have noticed, some of the footage I took was of my European fire ant colony. They are doing really well, and even I was surprised to spot at least 6 queens. This is at least double what I expected to find. Do not forget to follow this channel.